Patriots are favored by 6.5, Cynthia. What's the model say?
The model says Patriots by 7,
Wow.
23-16 in this matchup.
I'm shocked by that.
I am a little shocked, but I'm also picking the Patriots. I do like it. I don't think they're quite ready to outlive the little brother tag in the AFC East, so I'm going with Tom Brady.
I think the Patriots win, but I think it's such a low-scoring game. It's just destined to come down to a field goal
Like
at the end.
10-7?
Yeah.
10-7, 16-13. We don't even know if Julian Edelman is really fully healthy. Even if he's out there, last week he was dragging his leg around the field. He was not the same guy.
Yeah. All right, the 49ers are favored by 6.5, Cynthia. What's the model say?
49ers by 7. I have 27-20 in this matchup, so a nice, comfortable win.
I like it. I'm going with the 49ers as well. I think there's a changing of the guard in the NFC West, led by Kyle Shanahan. G,
Yeah.
what do you got?
And
I mean,
flat
Kyle
brim
Shanahan,
hat.
he's put up 30 points against this Wade Phillips defense in 3 of the 5 times they've played. That includes some games with some quarterbacks a lot worse than Jimmy G. I think they win, and they win going away.
I like it. The Texans are favored by 3 on the road in this one. Cynthia, what's the model say?
Okay, so with Jameis Winston, remember you have to come back on Sunday morning just to make sure.
Yep.
I have a Saturday. You have to come back on Saturday to double check. You have to make sure Texans 25, Bucks 24, but double check. I'll make sure to tweet out.
I like it. I'm going with the Texans myself. I think Deshaun Watson is going to have a good game. I think that he understands it's so important for him to play well down the stretch. Texans get the W, Greg. What do you got?
I think the Texans win too. Even though I don't trust their defense to keep the score low, I think it'll be a shootout. I think their offense is too good.
Cowboys are favored by 2.5, Cynthia. What's the model say?
Okay, so the model's like 51.1% on this one, which means it's a relative coin flip in this one.
Okay.
But I do have the Eagles winning 24-23. Just one measly point.
I like it. Me and
They're
the
at
model,
home.
we're aligned there. I'm going with the Eagles too. They're at home. I think they're going to play well. They're going to beat the Cowboys and say, hey, we're not ready to give up this division yet, Greg.
Wow.
Put on those dog.
I can't remember the
glasses.
last good, complete Eagles game, but I can remember a lot of great Dak Prescott games. I think Dak Prescott, playing through the injury, shows up and he carries his team. Much like Andrew Hawkins showing up here today.
Yes,
he's sick,
under the weather.
and he's putting in his best
And
effort.
he's not touching anything, so none of us get sick.
And he's making
Great.
his
Hand
teammates better.
sanitizing.
People are going to be talking about this performance by Dak and by Hawk for years
This
to
is
come.
my flu game. Vikings are actually favored by 4.5 in this one, Cynthia. What's the model say?
The model says, you ready?
Give it to me.
Oh, the Vikings fans are be mad at me. I got Packers 24,
Wow,
Vikings
on the road.
23.
I like it too. I'm going with the Packers, man. I think Aaron Rodgers has a big game down the stretch, and they get ready for the playoffs.
You ride Kirk Cousins until it matters, huh?
One note here. If Dalvin Cook is healthy and playing,
Like the Redskins.
then it would switch. Just so we're clear, Dalvin Cook would make a difference.
I like the Vikings. I feel good about it. I like the matchup. I like Eric Kendricks to slow down Aaron Jones. I like the matchup of the pass rushers, Everson Griffin and Daniil Hunter, actually getting some pass rush on Aaron
They're
Rodgers.
great.
You're buying Minnesota.
I'm into it. Yeah, at home. If they can't win this game, then what was all that 6 years for?
Well, the Saints are favored by 3 in this one, Cynthia. What's the model say?
Okay, so the model, I'm apparently wearing Saints colors.
I was
right
gonna say,
now.
you were ready to
Saints
march in.
26, Titans 24. Model's a little concerned about the Ryan Tannehill sort of bounce back after a very bad loss last week, and the defense, the Saints defense, were no Marcus Davenport, no Sheldon Rankins, didn't matter against the Colts, and it was a blowout. But it could when it becomes a little bit more competitive.
I like that because I think the Titans are going to play really tough because they understand what's on the line for their organization as well. But I am going with the Saints. You can't watch that performance last week and go against what they've been able to do offensively. I think they keep it going, G.
I do too. I thought hard because I don't want this Titans team to go away.
I don't either.
This is the best Titans team since Jeff Fisher was the coach, and yet here they are, and they're headed to 9-7 for the 4th straight year. It's just like they always get there.
I'm glad Jeff Fisher made it into the show.
Seahawks are favored by 9.5 in this one, Cynthia. What's the model say?
All right, you got to check back on Sunday. I got the date right finally on this one. But right now, with who we think is playing 29-20, Seahawks win this one. But depending if other pieces are missing, it could become an even closer game.
All right, well, I'm going with the Seahawks too. I think they're playing lights out. Russell Wilson, dark horse for the MVP. I don't feel like he's getting enough respect.
He's 2 for me.
I know, but it seems like the gap between Lamar and him is so big.
I know. Well, the Lamar and the Ravens are like the best regular season team I've ever seen, just about. I'm going with the Seahawks, but I think it's going to be really close. I think it'll be one of those games that comes down to one of those Russell Wilson MVP drive moments where they have to win it late.
I love it. He's had so many of them. All right, let's take a quick look back at our picks for Saturday's triple header on the NFL Network. Where we at here?
Too much agreement.
What's that? I mean, we are becoming the same person. And
We're morphing.
It's
We
getting.
spend too much time together.
I just
getting
hope that we don't
scary.
get sick.
We don't really dress the same. I don't want to start dressing the same.
You
I
should-
do want to
we-
start
we
talking.
can- We can actually trade.
Coverage for this one starts at 10:30 a.m. Eastern on the NFL Network with game day kickoff. All right, time for us to make some quick picks. Chiefs in Chicago Sunday night to take on the Bears. Kansas City are favored by 5.5 points. Cynthia, what's the model say?
Uh-oh, model breaker. Chiefs 26, Bears 19.
I'm going with the Chiefs too. I don't think the model is going to break in that one. I do want to see what the Chiefs do though, because they were balling even last week in a snow blizzard.
Yeah, what a nightmare game for the Bears. I have the Chiefs winning. There's nothing better than Patrick Mahomes in bad weather, and there's nothing worse for Bears fans than knowing Patrick Mahomes was available when you drafted Mitchell Trubisky.
Oh, the salt in the wound.
On to New Jersey. The Steelers are favored on the road by 3 points. Last Jets home game of the season. Huck, what do you got?
I'm going with the Steelers, man. As much as it pains me because that will essentially put the nail in the Browns' playoff hopes coffin, but I think the Steelers get the W versus the Jets.
For 2 seconds, I thought you said Coughlin. I was
Right.
like, what?
You're still hoping for that, huh? I think the Steelers win. Sam Darnold been a little slow with his decision making. When you're slow against the Steelers, you got a TJ Watt forced fumble. Steelers
Ooh,
win.
okay.
Okay, I have 21-17 Steelers.
All right.
Love it.
Staying in the AFC North, the Ravens are favored by 12 against your Browns.
Yeah.
Andrew Hawkins,
Whoa.
what does the model say?
What does the model say? Oh, yeah, the Ravens, they win big, 30-18.
Wow, big. Okay, that also puts the nail in the Browns' playoff hopes. But I'm picking the Ravens too. Obviously, you can't pick against Lamar Jackson. It's his last week. We'll probably see him. I think he sits the last week of the season. He has a big week this year. This week.
It is actually a 10-point line. So you had the Ravens winning comfortably. Yeah, they're not losing. They're not even keeping it close against the Browns. They win going away.
Why wouldn't the Browns be like, take me with you to the Ravens?
Ooh.
Not
There you go.
Cardinals. I don't get it.
Yep. All right. Well, Colts are favored by a touchdown at home over the Panthers. Cynthia, who you got?
Colts 27, Panthers 20.
Okay, I like that.
Play the Colts defense if you need to stream them in fantasy.
I need it.
Will Greer, new quarterback, switching.
Okay, I think the Colts are available in my league too, and I'm in the championship as I mentioned because I'm a really good
maybe
GM.
look at the Steelers first and then the Colts second.
All right, I'm going Colts as well. I think they get the W. They bounce back. We've seen them kind of tail off the last couple weeks. They get a nice
They
W.
needed a
to
little
feel good.
pick-me-up after
Yes.
being the Washington Generals on Monday Night Football. They win easy against one of the worst rush defenses in the NFL.
Okay, so in a very confusing game, which is
There it
easy
is.
for me to say, 2.5-point Redskins favorites over the Giants at home in Washington. Which one are you going to roll the dice for, Hawk?
I'm going Giants, and I don't care who plays the quarterback. I think they get the W. The Redskins, they've looked better, but still, I think the Giants get the dub.
I have the Giants winning as well. I don't really have these two quarterbacks, assuming Daniel Jones is starting, that they're too different, but I think the team around Daniel Jones is better.
Great, I have 21-20 Giants.
Oh,
So
look at that.
all right.
We all got the upset. That's nice.
We've all picked the
There you
upset.
go.
Huge upset.
Huge upset. Everyone's talking about it. Let's take a look at some more games for the week.
Ooh.
Greg is going with the Bengals.
I'm loving it. I'm thinking the Bengals might just mess up that #1 pick, win 2 straight to finish off this
Really?
I
Really?
like it.
There
season. Played better lately. I
you go.
swear.
But like,
goes
why
some
would you
more.
want the #1?
I think we're
Be like,
lockstep
oh, you
here.
take it. I'll just make my life harder.
Yeah, exactly.
Raiders are all banged up. Josh Jacobs, Trent Brown, they're looking to 2020. I feel like they're kind of waving the white flag.
On to Las Vegas.